Okay, so we are beginning our online international education fair and the webinar is about to start. I can see we have about 100 students. I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope this is going to be a useful information when you're going to be attending till the end of the webinar. You will be able to learn about the scholarships, application fee waivers, the COVID-19 updates, and many more. So watch till the end and ask any question that you have. I hope it's going to be worth. Thanks.
This is Andrew Stevens, and I'm calling you from Tampa, Florida. So it's about 9:30 in the morning where I am at. And I am the manager of international student recruitment at Hillsborough Community College in Tampa. And you see the Tampa, Florida skyline here. If you are on the webinar and looking for graduate programs, so master's or above, you can possibly tune out since at community colleges we only offer entry-level 2-year degrees which fit into a bachelor's degree. So we don't offer any graduate degrees at the master's level or above. And I just like to say that on these webinars. So if you need to take a break, you can do that. So I want to talk to you a little bit today about our location. First, we're located in Florida on the West Coast. We are in the Tampa Bay area, which is a large metro area, one of the 3 largest cities in the state. We are about 1 hour from Orlando, and Tampa is one of the fastest growing cities in as well as the country. So of course, a lot of you already know about what our state is famous for, our beautiful weather, our theme parks. Like I said, we're under an hour from Walt Disney World. In Tampa, we have a very illustrious history with the cigar trade back in the 19th century. And cultural diversity nowadays with immigrant populations from all corners of the globe. And of course, we're famous on the West Coast for and our sports activities. Our main campus at Hillsborough Community College is right across the street from Stadium where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers football NFL team plays, and actually next year we are hosting the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl will be right across the street in January. And then we have the Tampa Bay Rays, baseball, Rowdies play soccer or football as you know it. So lots going on if you're into athletics. The New York Yankees also do their spring training right adjacent to our campus. So we have football on one side and baseball. Of course, people come to Florida primarily for the wonderful weather that we have year round. So right now it's beautiful outside and we do get a little warm in the summer, but coming from India, I know many of you are used to humidity, but it really is nice here all year round. We also have some of the best beaches in America. Clearwater Beach is frequently ranked the #1 beach in the USA, and that is just about 30 or 40 minutes from our main campus. We take students off of there for retreats. So let me tell you a little bit about Hillsborough Community College, and I know I'm going quite quickly because I do want to leave a few minutes for questions if needed. We are just over 50 years old, as the majority of community colleges in the U.S. were founded in the 1950s and 60s. But we are one of the largest community colleges. We have 5 campuses across the Tampa Bay area, and the county in which we're located in Tampa is Hillsborough, so that is the origin of our name. So we have 5 campuses across Hillsborough County, the largest being Dale Mabry, where the majority of our students study. Because we are so large, we do have more than 44,000 students, or 22,000 full-time students. However, because we have 5 campuses, each campus hosts less than around 10,000 students. So when you're on any one of our 5 campuses, it actually feels quite small, like a very small college. So you never really feel like you're studying at an institution with over 40,000 students. At the moment, we have about 400 F1 international students from over 70 countries. Actually, that's about up to 80 currently. So we do have students from India and throughout Asia and all over the world. So a very rich diversity of international students, as well as domestic students who are first-generation immigrants to the U.S. One thing that does set us apart as a community college is our on-campus housing, and I'll talk about that in a moment, because the majority of two-year colleges in the U.S. do not offer on-campus housing. And as I said, we are one of the largest two-year colleges in the U.S., and we are ranked 5th in the awarding of associate degrees. So for those of you who do not know about community colleges, they are, in my opinion, one of the best kept secrets, if you will, in the US, because we offer the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree, meaning we offer exactly the same courses as a 4-year university in the first 2 years. All of your courses that you take with us in the first 2 years transfer seamlessly into a university. So you can transfer to any university in Florida or throughout the US. If you transfer to a Florida university, the courses are exactly the same course numbers, and we have you take exactly what you would have taken at that university in the first 2 years. However, we charge about 50% of the tuition. So you're gaining the same education for about half the cost. And you can still graduate in exactly 4 years if you pursue any major. So what are some of the other benefits? I think the number one benefit, of course, is the lower tuition. You are paying less for an equivalent education, but often the educational quality exceeds that of a large state university because our classes are all very small. Almost all of our classes, over 90% of our classes are less than 30 students, and many are less than 20 students. So your professors know who you are in class, because at a large university in Florida, so if you were to go to University of South Florida or University of Florida, you may be entering lectures with over 200 students in a classroom. So being in a classroom with less than 30 students, you get to know your professor, they get to know you, and you have a lot more quality interactions in the classroom. We also have 2+2 transfer programs that make it very easy to transfer to a university. With optional practical training, which is the work experience that you're authorized to do on your F1 visa, you can do what we call double OPT, meaning after your associate's degree, you can take a year off and work in the US for up to a year in your field, then return to a university, finish your bachelor's degree, and because that's technically a separate academic program, you get another year of OPT at the end of your bachelor's degree. If you went straight to a university, you would only get that 1 year at the end of the bachelor's degree to complement your studies in a work-related, major-related work field. And also, we don't require SAT for admission. So just to give you a visual, this is sort of what a community college classroom looks like at the top versus a university lecture hall. Not all universities, of course, are large. Some are small private institutions. Well, but in Florida, many of our large universities. So to give you a little bit about our costs, our tuition has not gone up in over 8 years. So for an international student for a full academic year, that would be 2 semesters, fall and spring. We're just over 9,000 US, and that is for 12 credits in the fall and 12 credits in the spring, and 12 credits is full-time status. Then you see your books and supplies, housing, health insurance premium, and your personal expenses. So the total cost for one full academic year at HCC is 21,210 US. That's about 1.16 million Indian rupee, and that's the amount you need to show on your financial documents for admission. We do have scholarships for international students. However, because our tuition rate is so low already, we don't offer them upon admission. We only offer scholarships to students once they're currently enrolled in college. We have international student scholarships between 500 and 1,000 US per year, but the majority of our high dollar scholarships are with our Honors Institute, which awards scholarships from 500 all the way up to an out-of-state tuition waiver. An out-of-state tuition waiver means you will then pay only the in-state tuition rate, which is as if you were a Florida resident, and the dollar amount of that waiver is about $4,500 per semester. A little bit more about our 2+2. We have 2+2 agreements with a number of universities, both in Florida and out of Florida. So all of the state universities in Florida, but then state universities in California, as far north as Maine, Washington State. So wherever you want to go, we can help you get One benefit of being an international student at HGC is we have a dedicated center for international education, and we call this a one-stop shop for everything you need as an international student. So we do the recruitment of students, the admissions process, your immigration and visa advising, your academic planning, so you have a dedicated academic advisor. We do cultural orientation, university transfer, student life, and social activities. So almost everything you need while at the college, you come to our office rather than going to main advising or main admissions. And so you get a lot of special attention as an international student at the college. We have a very robust student life. Because we are small, our students really get to know each other and form bonds. So we have over 30 organizations on our main campus that you can look into joining. And those are career related or interest related, whatever you are. The thing I like to talk about most is our Honors Institute. And this is an award-winning honors program that offers smaller seminar style classes of no more than 15 students. And those are the same courses you would take as a non-honors student, and they are the same tuition costs. But you have our most dedicated, long-standing faculty teaching those courses, and the coursework by doing trips both around the U.S. and outside of the U.S., service learning projects, professional advising. And because of all those tailored experiences, our honor students are able to have scholarships, priority registration for classes for the next term, honor study lounges, field trips, as I mentioned. But most importantly, they have advanced transfer and university preparation. So 85 to 90% of our honor students gain scholarships at their transfer. To give you an idea, these are some of the universities our students transfer to. And so you see even Ivy League institutions like Columbia University, Cornell. You see places like University of North Carolina, University of Texas, Georgia Tech. Our students have been successful in not only transferring to top tier universities throughout the U.S., but often. This is just the admission requirements to honors, which I'm not going to talk too much about because we can talk about that once you apply. We do have the on-campus housing that I mentioned. They are student apartments where each student has their own bedroom with a private bathroom and a shared kitchen, living room, and dining area. The apartments have internet, washer and dryer in the unit, dishwasher. They're very luxurious compared to a normal dormitory. There's a full-size pool in the center, and they're rented out per bedroom. So most students get a 4-bedroom apartment, and so one individual bedroom and okay, so admission requirements. It's a very simple admission process. We are open enrollment, so as long as you meet our admission requirements, you will be admitted. So the online application is done through our website. There is the $50 application fee, but if you apply through Study Metro, this is waived. And so when you answer the question on the application of how you heard about HGC, you just put Study Metro and we'll waive that fee. Your high school transcript, and you see down below what we require of Indian students, and it's any of those credentials there. So the HSC earned after grade 12, All India Senior School Certificate, basically completion of grade 12. Then we would need your passport, proof of financial support, and your financial statements. And then English proficiency is required only if you did not complete the last 2 years of your secondary school in India at an English medium school. If you did not go to an English medium school, we accept the TOEFL, the IELTS, or the Duolingo English test, which you can take at home anywhere in the world. And again, as I said earlier, we do not require SAT or ACT for admission. If you do have them, they can qualify you to get into the Honors Institute or possibly exempting you from any math and reading, writing courses you might have had to take before college level coursework. Our application. Yep, I'm just finishing. This is the last slide. The application deadline is the same every year. So for the upcoming fall semester, the deadline will be June 15th. So we have about a month and a half left, or about 2 months left to apply for fall. And regarding COVID-19, we are planning to resume normal operations in the fall. We are currently online, Depending on where the situation goes, we could remain fully online for the fall. I don't see that happening yet. But if it was to happen, we would welcome students to enroll fully online for the fall semester and then join us on campus in January for the spring semester. And so that's how we're handling the coronavirus. So that's all I have. And then I am, of course, happy to answer questions.
So this brings us to the end of the webinar. I hope the information that you have gained today is going to be useful for you for making an application to the university. If you still have any question or any query about applying to the university, then you contact one of the Study Metro representative. Thank you so much again for joining this webinar. Have a good one.